Hey, and welcome everybody to the RTX Guardian podcast number 11. So, we're going to be a little bit short-staffed. I sent out invites, but I think we got enough people for the podcast tonight, don't you think?
Yes. Nobody else responded. I was like,
absolutely.
Don't mind me. I'm just playing right here, making things go.
That's like your version of jacking off, right?
Oh yes.
Oh, it's so good.
He's stroking his camera ego.
It's like a stress relief.
It's the precious.
Oh, the focus is so good.
Oh yeah.
Start shooting off the shutter and like as if like you're coming. Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
That's the only okay. That's the only zoom lens I have. Everything else is.
Alrighty.
Moving on.
But let's introduce everybody. Starting with Chris.
Oh, hello. I'm Chaos Chris on the site. Well, I guess it's Chris_Chaos now. I ended up fucking up my account earlier, like 3 years ago.
Okay.
But
Connor? Oh, wait. Go ahead.
I was going to say I've just been a Guardian each year that they've had it in the convention. Just lead off with that.
So since 2012.
Yes.
All right. We got a long-time veteran here. Connor?
Hey, Connor McCrae, Dark Bowler on the site, Guardian since 2012, photographer twice. You probably know me as the camera guy who carries lots of gear. Yeah, and there's some of it. And yay. Hi everybody. I'm gonna go back to editing.
And David?
Oh, hello. Wait, which David? Am I the other David? Yeah, I'm the other
Yes,
David.
you're
Hi,
the other.
I'm David Kaler. I'm Uber Child on the site. Pleasure to see everybody. How you doing?
So how many RTXs have you been to?
Oh yeah, sorry. I've been to.
Guardians.
I was a resident at the first RTX or attendee at the first RTX, and I was a Guardian for all the rest of them. So.
Okay, so we have three 4-year veterans and one 3-year veteran, or going to be 3-year veteran. So
a bunch of oldies, got it. Really good.
So this is probably going to be more of the War Stories podcast, if anything. So I guess we could just go ahead and be informative this time.
Man, those kids, those selfie sticks bashing and getting in my pictures, man. So much photoshopping. Ah.
That's like a first world problem, right? It's like I had to Photoshop selfie sticks out of my photo. God.
Dude, the pain is more real than you'll ever understand.
And there's going to be more selfie sticks this year, which is going to be a problem, especially.
Oh.
I'm praying not. We'll see. So,
We'll see.
all right. So, stories of the past.
Yes.
Here, let's
Let's
go ahead and talk about.
Let's start this easy. Sorry to cut you off. Good.
But yeah, let's talk about what are you guys? What areas were you guys in for these guardianships?
I was in the store every year.
Store every year.
I will say it's gotten progressively better. The store the first year was a 4-hour line of just waiting and people being mad and fat white lady angry at you for no reason.
You mean long and a magical? It was a magical journey.
And everybody was so nice.
I want to live in David's head.
So nice.
Whatever you have, you need to pass that stuff around.
Yeah,
it must be
puff,
great.
puff, pass.
Not
All right.
puff and finish.
And Connor, I guess what you.
I've been a photographer for the past 2 years, hopefully 3. Mary, please. And the first year I was a panel guardian, and I was also Sarge. So I got to walk around in the Halo Nightmare armor and be incredibly hot, and then entertain that line of people. Because I had the caboose guy, we just played it off as like the dumb caboose. Yeah, so it was fun. Mind you, we're going to say war stories. It's been an awesome time every year. So if you're a new Guardian, don't be afraid. Very afraid. But
Be terrified,
Awesome.
like be very, very terrified, like
Run away.
run, like seriously.
Wear a cup. Wear a big cup like steel or something.
It's like he doesn't want us to see that he's saying it.
Yeah, also
No, my
that.
mic
Yeah.
is all the way over here.
Trying to remove his image from the internet.
I look like
Yeah,
I'm
by the way-
talking into the corner, so.
A word to the wise: don't carry any more weight than you absolutely have to. As someone who carried around 50 extra pounds of stuff last year,
Yes.
no.
I'm still wondering why you brought so many damn cameras last
The
year.
question is, why didn't I bring more? And the answer is money.
So this year he's got 60 pounds.
60 pounds of cameras.
Yes, but they're all mine.
Pounds of love.
We're gonna make you
60
carry
pounds.
David around. He can be your selfie stick.
Yeah, I'll put them on my shoulders and hold my off-camera flash.
I'm bringing the mic closer to me because
Probably
reasons.
Yeah, that'd be probably smart. So you
Alright,
don't look
so-
like you're going out camera.
Yeah. All right, David. What's your best story from the olden days? As you go onto mute, so you can't talk. That's great timing there, man. This is a live show. This is not radio. People can see you. So when you're talking and there's nothing coming out of your mouth, there's an issue. Hey everyone, this is called vamping. This is what you do when you're trying to bring someone in. And
Okay, I have the temporary mic on. Give me a second.
All right. Well, his mic. Okay. While he's trying to get his microphone set up, I'll say what I did. Well, for people who have been on the podcast, you know, I've been a panel guardian and I've been a PA. So I was a panel guardian my first year and PA the second, and I worked the main panel room and helped out a little bit every now and then with other rooms, and then I was Miles' PA last year. So fun times. So I got to deal with a bunch of people in a big room, and then I got to deal with a bunch of people in a bunch of rooms.
Yay! Bunch of rooms.
So
Okay,
David, are you good?
Is it ready? You
Yeah.
ready? Yay! Okay.
That's good.
I've been seems every single year. Well, I started off on the first year. I started off as pretty much I was everywhere, running all over the place. Then every other year, I've been security guardian every year. So
Okay.
I have a lot of experience within the security department. There's lots of running, lots of really fun running.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you've been like pretty much everywhere around the convention. Just
I worked at the store for a day. I've worked as a panel guardian for a little bit. I worked as a freelancer is what it's called, I think.
yes.
But mostly security guardian. I love standing by doors. Like it's what I do. I stand the doors. The doors they love me.
Just
By
put
me.
you in a Gandalf outfit for anyone who's
Dude.
going there.
Dude, pass.
Unless you want to.
But okay, so I guess we got very varied cast today, so we can pretty much talk about anything at this point, especially with David here. So what do you guys want to start with? Should we talk about?
We're all dark-haired, dark-eyed men looking for women. Hopefully my girlfriend's not watching.
Yes. Nothing to see here at all. Yes.
Fit for RTX. Fit for RTX.
Fit for fit.
Which actually is no. That's a really. When they started that, I thought it was a little crazy, but it's a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been going at it too, because trust me, especially you new Guardians as well. If you haven't worked conventions before, and you think, oh, it's just like going to another convention, or like you've been to long days and stuff, that doesn't mean you volunteered at one. You'll be on your feet. You'll be running. Some of you will have those lovely little Fitbits or pedometers or something, and you'll see numbers that you didn't think were physically possible in a day. Except for you
Oh, yeah.
marathon runners, in which case then you're crazy, but good on you for being marathon runners.
Oh yeah.
Only they counted standing time.
That'd be-
Yeah, you and your
Yes.
doors.
You underestimate our standing abilities.
Yeah, it's really I really underestimated how much I actually walked around during the convention when I was even at my first convention. But Fit for RTX has definitely helped over the years, especially my first year because I was like 255 pounds before I did my guardianship, and I'd lost about 20. I went down to about 225, 220. So I lost
Yep.
about 40 pounds. So, yeah, that definitely helped. And the next year I started running, so yeah, it definitely helped out. So, if you guys, I would highly recommend doing Fit for RTX just for the walking aspect.
I mean, look at him. He looks great.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
People
but
are
that's
already taking
No,
screenshots.
I will say I had a Fitbit, like Connor had said, and on an average, if I had under 25,000 steps, I was slacking off, because I would usually hit like 40 to 50,000 steps in a day.
What's that equate to in mileage?
Oh, I
That's a
forget.
lot.
I know
What
one of
are
them was
you
like
doing?
25,000 was like 10 miles plus,
Okay.
and it was just running around doing a lot of stuff.
Steps to.
With-
I'm gonna look this up real quick.
When you're in the store, that 25,000, you're doing it all within like a 20 by 20 booth. So it's like I've run a marathon within this little space.
According to this, 25,000 steps is equivalent to 11.8 miles.
Sounds about right.
So yes, you will be working your ass off, literally.
Other devices you might see carrying around are the 3DSs, for example. Those count steps as well. But I highly recommend carrying a DS around yourself. You know, just don't ever bring it out at work. But it gets you coins, gets you game points, get you game points. Do it.
Honestly, the greatest game in the world. And those of you who've done everyone's done the morning shift, but you go to the main exhibit hall. Is you come in through that side door in the convention center towards Hall 4 and 5, and you just see the line of people that got there earlier than the Guardians. Because why are you people there getting earlier than the Guardians? If we're not getting in the building, you don't need to be. It's not going anywhere.
Yep.
People like
Anyway,
lines.
So that's what we really do. But you walk 10 steps, check your DS. Walk another 10 steps, check your DS. It'll take you about an hour to get all the way down the hall, but you'll have enough street passes and your puzzle pieces to last you the weekend.
Oh yeah. God, that was
Forever.
that was interesting though, because that was my first year of street passing last year. It was amazing how much I just completed by the time I was done.
Yeah, it was the same thing for me. It was my first time ever trying to street pass. I think I got a 3DS only like 2 months earlier, and by the time I was done with RTX, I had every single puzzle piece.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, definitely bring your DS when you're
When you're not working.
Yeah, when you're not working. When you're on break.
Yes,
So,
breaks.
Yeah. As if for PAs, it was a little bit easier because we had well, we had some breaks. It was usually right before a panel when the person when our staffer was taking a break, but it's a little bit harder for people in panels and especially security and freelancer because they're constantly running around.
So much running, dude.
Which, by the way, that word that he was using earlier is a very important word. In case that hasn't been beaten to your head yet, break.
Take a
break is an amazing thing. If you're offered it, take it. You think you can do 16 hours in a row? Yes, you probably can. But you're going to get what's not actually been called anything yet. What we call the sickness for RTX?
RTX legs.
No, because it's
I don't know what we call it.
there was a clever name. But
RTX play. I had no idea, but I know it was similar to PAX box.
yeah.
RT.
Exactly.
I like the thing in the
this
back
plane
alley we
ride
do.
home sucks.
Which is RTXXX.
Boom. Boom. No, okay.
We need to host that panel.
It's just a chair and a table.
So, yeah, speaking of panels, I'm actually trying to get one this year with some other photographers that jump subjects entirely.
No,
yeah.
that's still RTX related.
Yeah, it's kind of it
There's
was
a bunch of people. Oh, go ahead.
okay. Yeah, well, a bunch of people are trying to do stuff, and I've noticed in the past some Guardians have done it. So, if people are trying to submit panels and stuff, it does just being a Guardian doesn't mean you can't be on a panel. I think the one we're trying to do is photographers of the community. So myself and Nathan, Roadblock, Yvonne, people like that.
Okay.
All the good people who like to take pretty pictures, and we'll show you how to take pretty pictures, and then we'll
Show them how to edit as well.
be a slideshow of your greatest hits.
Well, if you want to see a slideshow of my greatest hits, you can go to ConnorMcRaeMedia.com. That's ConnorMcRaeMedia.com.
That's the shameless plug of the day.
Well, technically, people can go and get their Guardian pictures from last year.
Yeah, it's still
True.
up there. And that album did not get a lot of traffic, because trust me, I looked at it, because everyone was saying, where's the Guardian pictures? Where's the Guardian pictures? I'm unimpressed.
Go there.
No, I went on there a couple times, but the best pictures I ended up having of me, like I wasn't really more in the limelight at all, so I didn't really have many of me.
Yeah.
I think the best one I ended up getting was from Miles's mom, and she took a couple pictures of me, and then one was of Miles wearing his Baghead costume.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the funniest shit.
So, like I said before, it's the weirdest part is that it actually kind of worked.
It worked
Like-
for a long time, apparently, from what I heard.
Yeah, it worked for quite a while until like some of the Guardians started like kind of crowding around because they weren't sure if I was his PA or not. And then once they saw like a little bit more Guardians, they're like, "Oh, this might be a big person." And then people started slowly but surely coming in.
Yeah.
And then the most was when Miles went and danced with Mega 64 at the booth.
Oh yeah.
They had a rubber band war last year, I think.
Did they really?
Yes. They were right across from the RT store, so you could see him just shooting rubber bands at the, I think it was the immersion booth.
The biggest example of the Guardians crowding around the bigger individuals was probably at the very end of last year. All the Guardians were like everyone had left, everyone was done. The only people left were the Guardians and the staff members. They told us, "Hey, this person, well, Bernie needs an escort out somewhere," and we're like, "Okay, that's good." Our main leader hung up the phone. He's like, "Hey guys, we need to do something." Every single security guardian, every single one, formed a ring around Bernie and escorted them out past members.
They all have like shields, and it was like raining down arrows at the same time.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that like
Funny
every single security guardian kind of signed up for the Bernie one.
Every single person, literally every single security guardian crowding around Bernie, just like cutting him out. No one even knew Bernie was in there. That's how impressive it was.
That's what we hire security for, right? Just to protect the staff and to block their view. And to tell you, you can't go in that door. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, you went in that door.
Oh, you went in the door, why would you-
Then you put people like Red up there, just be like, no.
Just big booming voices.
You think they were worried they were going to see like some 7-foot tall dude that's going to just like point him out over all the security guardians? It's like, there he is. There's Bernie.
God,
Hey, look,
Hey,
the lower third. I was wondering when you realized that was on. I was trying not to like say outright, hey. Still have
yeah,
lower third, so.
I kind of forgot about that. So I was just like, while someone's talking, put that in. But
And David.
David won't get his eventually.
What?
Look at this.
What?
Oh, I don't think he knows about the lower third though.
He's trying to figure out if his leg is a leg.
David, we're talking about if you go on the left side, there's Hangout Toolbox in the app section.
Yeah. Oh.
If you go click on that, and then there's up at the top, you'll see a little tab with a person with a circle around it, and you'll see lower third, and that's where we put our names and everything. Had that little tag at the bottom.
Hangout Toolbox. Oh my gosh.
It works.
Oh, what is this? Oh no. Oh no.
You sound like an old man who's like opened up a newspaper.
Oh
that
my
changes-
god!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's on me.
Yeah, see, he has the amazing
We're off the
ability.
rails.
He has the ability to pick who's actually displayed, so he could change at any time who's on screen.
Yeah, or if anyone decides to speak up a little bit more, it just automatically flips over.
Yeah.
It's great.
But what?
Oh, this drawing thing.
Oh, okay. But so yeah, there's a few Guardians who have been thinking about doing panels this year for RTX. I know. I'm not sure if they're doing another community panel. Like I know Jen and Lori were both on a panel last year for like forming a community with the RT community, and they both had a panel last year. I think Elon might try to have a panel this year for like streaming stuff. So hopefully, maybe that he'll get his accepted. So yeah, so if you're wanting to do a panel, you can go ahead and submit it and just make sure you get it sorted out with your leaders ahead of time.
Oh, make sure that's when your break is.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go stand up in front of 100 people and embarrass myself. Be right back.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, but when you're naked outside at the corner, it's kind of strange.
Dude, hey, it's only strange to the people watching. To me, it's totally fine.
Why was I not invited? I could easily make some more money off this. I've got the camera gear. It's right here. Do you not know how YouTube works?
It's angles right there. He's got 3 cameras.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have one under your skirt.
Let's see what's going on in the Q&A. Okay, we got a Marcy and a Jack DP watching us right now. Hello, everybody.
Has Jack told us we're like completely off the rails and need to stop?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jack. Are you kidding me? Jack's someone who adds the anarchy to the podcast.
Oh, that's great.
Anarchy.
I think my favorite part of last year was whenever they had the pump for the train pump, and he was just in front of the line just the entire time getting people to do the train pump. The fuck train has no brakes the entire time while people were in line.
Oh yeah, that fire hazard. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, the fire hazard. That was the RT store every time the doors opened to the convention hall.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the good thing is I have absolute faith in our overlords and Barbara and whoever else is organizing, Gus, that they've made this thing better every year as far as the lines, the placement, all that stuff. They've gotten much better at it. And now with the 3 buildings, I think it's going to be... I think they know what they're doing. Actually, I know they know what they're doing. It's just they don't have the same problems as they did last year.
Yeah,
you're looking forward to what we're going to have to deal with this year.
Oh, I'm looking forward to all kinds of things, because my best case scenario is I run from building to building. So,
yeah,
awesome.
That might be me this year as well. Hopefully.
You need to rent a Segway.
Rent a Segway. Get one
Right,
of those.
I think I did the lower version.
Yeah, you did.
There you go.
Which, by the way, if you thought Austin in July was fun, Austin in August. Say that 5 times.
Oh, that's going to be so hot. Oh, no. So speaking of which, this brings us on the subject of water and drinking water at RTX. It is primary.
Beverage.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Yep, it's very important to keep hydrated during RTX, especially when you're running around and dealing with a bunch of people, thousands of people. It can get hot in the convention center when you're close to a bunch of other humans.
Rephrasing. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sweaty. Take a shower. Take a shower.
Right.
Take a
Wear
shower.
a shirt under your Guardian shirt.
Deodorant.
Yes. The last thing we need is more smelly people.
Don't use spray on whatever that smell stuff is. Don't use spray smell stuff. It is not good. Deodorant.
I mean, I can't put on a whole can of Axe like we used to do back in middle school.
Not even half a can, dude. Just oh my god, middle school. Oh.
Yeah,
You would do that. I actually understand the struggle. You would do that just to get through gym class because someone would not have washed their clothes. So you just go spray them with Axe. So if they got near you, at least it smelled decent. Yes. And then if they got close enough, you just wanted to vomit.
Or
Jordan had like
let's be honest here, Jordan. You're talking last week, not middle school, right? I mean,
you got me.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Don't be that ashamed.
But,
Jordan sprayed Axe for this podcast.
Yeah, it did. Sadly, we don't have smell-o-vision, so you can't smell the disgusting smell of Axe.
Thank God.
Let's all thank God for that, and well, let's thank whoever you want to thank for that, because we probably smell really gross. Okay, and
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love how it took so long for it to switch to your video that it was dark the entire time you were saying that. So it's like, yes, I'm off screen and I'm telling you this in my sultry voice. And I can't get off screen because this thing's
voice.
And now
Wow.
Gollum is. I'd like to welcome Gollum to the podcast.
No, we got the deep throating mic guy here tonight with us.
The deep throating mic guy.
Ew.
You know what I'm talking about, David?
This would be impossible. This would be impossible.
I'm getting this ready. Okay, let's go.
Gone right straight back to sex. It's come full circle.
And that, everybody, is your guardian.
He stands by the doors and lets you in.
I'm standing by the doors and letting you in, and
You know, what if attendees ever actually watch this stuff? Like, at some point, an attendee comes around and is like, what do the Guardians talk about behind quote-unquote closed
this.
doors? Stuff like this, back in its infancy, it was all hidden. Like, it was just for the Guardians. And now we publish it out there for the world, for God and the world to see.
Yeah, it just shows we're people.
Well,
We're
obviously,
people.
we're
Most-
people like everyone.
No, we're robots. What are you talking about?
Magical robot people who are also horses? What?
Oh, hold on, I gotta change my memory card.
Gotta change my personality settings. But yeah,
That was
no, that I don't know. That's what like I was kind of concerned about at first because I was like, we're talking about Guardian stuff, but we made it very clear that we don't talk about spoilerish stuff. We just talk about stuff in the past and stuff that's already happened and that we can discuss with the community. So
you're also saying that as if we have something to give away. We know
Yeah.
nothing.
yeah,
We are
really
Jon Snow.
We
are
secretly
so
know everything.
Did it again. It was black, and it just
Yep.
nothing. Just
God damn
his
it.
voice coming out of it.
But now speaking of like actually, you know what? I just blanked out. I had
Keep
no
going,
idea.
keep going, keep going, go for it.
But
Don't give up. Never
Force
give
it,
up, never
force
surrender.
it, force it, force it, force it, force it, force it.
But let's
That's illegal in some states.
Sodomy.
What?
Sodomy.
okay, everybody.
I didn't know where I was going with that. I just said it was illegal because it's funny. You took it to the dark place.
Yeah. Okay. Enough with that. But no, there are a few. That's what I was going to get to. There are a few attendees who do watch this. Not the sodomy part, but. But no, there are a few attendees who do watch this. So there's actually a couple of people I met this year through a stream who had watched the previous year. So, like for instance, I think it was one of the Guardians this year, Erin, watched us. So her name's Erin M, and she watched us last year. So some people do watch. Some people besides Guardians.
Yeah.
I like to believe they do.
The what?
I said I like to believe they do, but I would say there are some things that get done, like in the convention, that I would never tell to an attendee. Not bag like sodomy behind the door things, but like things that we're actually very flexible when it comes to rules sometimes. That's all I'll say. I won't go any further than that.
So were you the guy inside the closet with the fish when they tied him up?
No, I had the camel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Wow, God.
That's a story. That's a story you can tell.
The camel?
No, the fish.
The camel and the fish.
Oh.
The camel is non-existent. The fish apparently exists.
Yeah, the fish, well, we talked about this a couple times. There's a Guardian, he calls himself the fish because he has this stupid dumbass fish hat that he wears every year. Who also happens to be the creator of the Guardian podcast, so...
Yes.
I don't know if you give him that. I don't know if you give him that title.
Overlord, where are you? Are you?
Well, he did technically create the...
Yeah, I guess you're right. He did, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, he was the first person who set up the forum for it, so, yeah, like, if everything I say about him, I make fun of him out of love, so, which he is going to be back this year, so, we will see him in Austin.
We make fun of everyone. Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of why we all get along so well, is because we're all like, You suck. Well, you're bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we're even. There we go. Move along.
It pretty much amounts to like we're all rolling up posters. Like even people who aren't even in the store, we'll just put posters out in the front, and then we'll just all start rolling posters, and it just ends up being this like bash fest of like that group sucks worse than our group, even though we're just rolling a different poster. That's all we're doing.
Well, so we can actually tell that story, I think. So attendees may or may not know the Guardians do have to go there early to do certain things. Well, last year one of those things was roll all the posters that you saw in those boxes in the store. Yeah, they didn't come rolled.
Yeah.
They don't at all. They come printed in just this thick stack, and there was something gratifying because I would work in the store and I would see someone's stack going lower, and I'd see like another stack just like over there that I knew we needed rolled, or it was a poster we hadn't started yet, and I'd just go and just like throw it down right on top of their stack, and man, I get the dirtiest looks. It was great.
We do the poster rolling, but we also do all of the Guardian bags that we hand out, all the convention bags.
Yeah.
That turns into like a Queen sing-along after a while.
It does. A magical Queen sing-along.
Which, by the way, if you ever want to see what that bag packing looks like, I have a time lapse on it over on
YouTube.com/ECU
Dark Bowler. Just look up Guardian swag bag.
Johnny on the spot.
We need to actually come up with like a play. Like we need to write down all the songs we sing this year, and then make like a playlist, and then play it at the end of the year.
Didn't Pitch Perfect just come out?
Yeah, Pitch Perfect 2 came out.
Okay.
Oh Christ! Well, it wasn't Pitch Perfect. That was the big one. It was Disney songs, and all the guys kept singing all the female parts.
That's how that works, right?
So good at it.
They always have like young boys go and sing those Disney songs anyways. Or at least that's what I think Walt Disney used to do.
We eventually say I knew Mulan was in the mix at one point. It had to be in the mix.
Yeah. No, Hooked on a Feeling was in there.
Hooked on a Feeling was in there, as well as Magic Carpet Ride, but that one was
iffy.
There's a lot of songs that were iffy, so.
I think I may have that on video, but I never released it to the public. And there's probably a good reason. There's a lot of things that will never be released to the public, but I may release to Guardians at some point.
Yep.
Hard Knock Life is a pack. Yeah, okay. So we have Calamity Jane, aka the lovely Lori, in the Q&A. She reminded us that we all need to sing "It's a Hard Knock Life" as we pack the bags.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
We actually have not done that before.
I don't think we had.
Can we hire Vern Troyer? Like have him walk right across the bags while we sing that. It'd be great.
Hard Knock.
I don't. Why just? Oh. Okay.
He's mini-me.
Yeah, mini-me.
Yeah, I know he's mini-me. I was like, where's the connection there? And I'm like, where? Okay. I thought you were gonna say Jamie Foxx or something like that. I'm like, okay.
For once, you couldn't see the picture for what it was.
Yeah, we actually get it's like something we should know.
Good.
We act like it's something that we should know, but that movie's been out for over more than 10 years now.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. No. Don't say that.
Well, it's true, but a lot of people probably don't get the reference, which is a sad part, so.
I don't want to be old.
David, you're old. You're just going to live with that.
Though.
We're not old. It's just something.
By the way, Marcy, real quick, the answer is I can to your question. So if you're not, you may need to talk to someone.
Oh.
We have no idea what she asked you, or I don't.
This is can you already get it onto the Guardian forums, and she's getting a 504 error. I don't know. I haven't checked. I'll go.
Hey, it's Lag City.
I think Lucas has become a robot.
We
found him out. We started talking about songs. He can't sing. He's a Cylon.
All right, go ahead and change your tagline to "is also a fish."
It's also
number
The
15.
robots.
What? Was I stuck or something?
Yeah, you could hear you, but it was almost like an affected voice. Like you sounded like Gladys. Or
You
GLaDOS.
did.
Or Portal. It was great.
Oh, we sang that too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because the cake is a lie. The pizza's there. The pie is there, but there's no cake. There's no cake at all.
Team
Was
Cake.
the pizza? Oh yeah, there was. Oh, I do remember that.
This year there will be cake somewhere. I'll bring it if I have to.
I'm going to bring a little treat because I'll give a little backstory on nothing here. My friends for April Fool's Day thought it'd be really, really funny to buy cherry blow pops for me because I said one time I like cherry blow pops. So I have this bag right here. This is 18 pounds of blow pops.
Oh my god. Really?
It was strewn all over my room. So
For
I'm
practice?
going to bring. It's a long story. I'd rather not say it on here because otherwise things will get really crazy.
It'll involve 18 pounds of blow pops. That's what it'll involve.
But I have 18 pounds of cherry blow pops. Over 475 blow pops.
You're gonna share that, right? Because I do like cherry blow pops.
This is coming to the G spot. I'm gonna put it on the table and say, please make these go away.
You think it'll be
Little blow
like
pops.
chum in shark water? You'll just throw it out there, they'll just scatter, and everyone will
Oh,
just
they'll be
dive on them.
they'll be gone by the end of the day. The first
Yeah.
day I see it.
Well, here's the problem. I already have a bunch of camera gear. How the hell am I gonna bring 18 pounds of blow pops? I haven't figured that part out yet.
Give one to everyone you take a photo of.
If the Guardians need it more, we need the sugar rush.
Yeah, we probably do.
We
and
want the
Marcy,
gum at the end. It's a
Marcy,
goal.
by the way, I'm not getting any 504 gateway timeout. It might be your internet, so I'm getting into it. It's fine. But what else can we talk about?
We could share funny stories that we have. Not necessarily like war stories, but hilariousness that we have accomplished.
Sure, go ahead if you guys have anything that you would like to talk about.
I'll start since I have one on the mind. During my second year as a Guardian, this was before RTX had started. All the Guardians were in a room just waiting to do something. Then Barbara came in and she says, "Okay, I need one security Guardian who can help me with something." And I raised my hand in the air and started bouncing around. And she's like, "Okay, you." I walked outside. Gus is standing there and says, like, "Okay, we need you to escort him around." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do this." I'll walk with him for a bit until we walk up to the parking garage to his car. We get in his car and start driving off. I said, "So where are we actually going to go to?" He's like, "Well, we're going to a sketchy part of town. We need to buy some Xboxes." I'm like, "Okay."
I was about to say, where is this story heading? It doesn't sound like it can end well.
You remember those stories where they were like packing Xboxes with cocaine and then sending them across the border?
So we got across town to like the most shady strip mall I've ever been in, to an electronics store, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have Xboxes." And he's like, "Okay, well that's fine." We end up going to Best Buy. We walk into Best Buy. We go back to where the game section is, and a very friendly person comes over and says, "Hey, can I help you find anything today?" And Gus says, "Yeah, we're here to get some Xboxes." And the person's like, "Xbox is like multiple? How many do you need?" And Gus is like, 12. The person's face lit up, and he's like, "Do we even have 12 Xbox? Hold on a second." He goes back for like 5 minutes, comes back with a big ladder, and he's like, "What size do you need?" He's like, "Oh, we need the biggest size you got, like biggest storage size." We walk out of that store with 12 Xboxes on a cart, and I look at this pile of stuff. I'm like, "This costs more than my car." Is what I'm pushing around. This is 12 Xboxes. I ask him then, like, "So why'd you need a guardian to help you out?" He's like, "Oh, just in case someone could just in case someone wanted to mug me." I'm like, "You chose a 5'4" person to come and help you, like, defend you." Okay.
But you're in security, so
And-
that's all that matters.
And I think that's part of the inside joke, and now I'm security every year.
That's funny.
It's like, he didn't get me mugged while we were getting Xboxes, he can stay.
He can stay.
I got I got one with Gus as well, but it was more the first year of RTX. If I know we've all been there. I think Lucas, you didn't go to the first year, right? 2011.
Me? I was supposed to, but no, I didn't.
No,
So-
okay. Well, the first year I don't know how they did the Guardian system then, but I ended up in the bar where we were basically having the convention. It was like a hotel bar. It was at the White Tree, and Gus was there, and I had like a big old Long Island iced tea, and then he was like, he just got his food, and then he got a whole bunch of stuff that he had to go do for the pool party we were gonna have. And I was like, hey, can I go? I had the badge and all that stuff. He said, yeah, sure, just come on. And so I ended up, short story is I ended up blowing up like a 30-foot dragon for D&D inflatable that Gus put on one end of his crotch so it looks like I was blowing his big old dragon.
Right. That's hilarious.
That got me to the Guardian room, and that had a table that is the equivalent of Connor's alcohol rack up there. It had like alcohol for days that I think we all finished off.
Thanks for pointing that out. I was trying to hope that was going to go into the radar, but I should have probably just framed it out.
Oh, what are we, PG?
Yeah, well. I don't want people to think I'm an alcoholic. I just happen to collect bottles for my travels.
I was going to say
most of those are not. They're
they
not
look
open.
full. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 2 open in that entire rack up there.
There's a Coca-Cola bottle up there too, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Someone got. Actually, I think Lori may have actually got me that in
Coca-Cola?
Toronto because they found it's got my name on it, like back when they were doing all those names. So someone got it for me. I don't remember. I think who exactly, but it was cool. I do have a funny story as well. So 2013, yeah. So 2013, I landed a couple days early. I'm staying with Lord Owen, and he picks me up from the airport. And he's like, "So we gotta go to the office." What? What office? RT office. Okay. What? So I land in Austin, and I'm going to the office, which I'd never been to before. And
The Ralph Albinado office, or
yeah, the Ralph Albinado office. And so he was doing stuff now for the Gauntlet Season 2, which was a big secret hush-hush thing at the time. Well, they had all the games cases, but none of the games were installed. Most of them hadn't been purchased, and we had to beat a couple of levels in trials. So we proceeded to do that for about 12 hours. I landed at 2, by the way, so we left the office around 2 in the morning anyway. But the funniest part of that was, at the time, and it's relevant to something that just came out, JJ was in the side room editing the first Fuel Let's Play.
Ooh.
And I was part of the first Fuel Let's Play. So I was part of like that think tank team that was coming up with ways he was going to kill himself. So where he's grabbing the knife and grabbing the crossbow. And he's actually using they didn't have any cameras, so they're using my cameras to film that section that was in that little cut part of the Fuel Let's Play where Jeff goes, the editor's going to be killing himself.
and now it's got a million views.
And now it's got a million views. So yeah,
A million views.
that was the funniest thing I think I did, because I had some pretty good videos and time lapses of us doing all this and packing up the podcast set, which I don't think we'll ever see the light of day, unfortunately. But yeah, being in the office for 12 hours and then seeing Chris and Brandon passed out. Chris was on the teeth. Brandon was passed out in the beanbag chair around midnight. Like these guys were just it was a very, very funny experience, because then it's like, hey, there's cold pizza in the fridge, just start eating, because we can't find you any more food.
There's a microwave there. They didn't even pin a 20 and just like send you to Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
No, I will say, fuck trials and having to unlock stuff for them. I've never embarrassed myself so much sitting in the convention hall yelling at the monitors that they have that's showing me that I suck at trials. I've never embarrassed myself so much.
Wait, was these like the expert levels, or
Well, you had to unlock it to a certain point, and I like trials, but I have anger issues when it comes to games that I know I can beat, and I'm just fucking up, and it's my own fault. So it's I just want to throttle somebody. It was great.
Yeah, we had to do it on 12 games cases. I actually started getting trade-off because Kathleen's son was there too. His name I forget. Sorry, dude.
Travis?
You're a cool man. Travis, yeah. Cool dude.
I've actually met him in an elevator with Kathleen.
Neat.
Yeah.
Not as sexy as you would think. I had a drunk buddy, and I had to coax him back to my car.
I hope not. I just, the fact that it's her and her son both in the elevator, so.
Yeah, I have a lot of strange encounters, just like being out in Austin and then, hey, this is Kathleen, who voices Tex, and her son. I'm in an elevator with you. Hi. See you at the convention.
And that's actually how I met my first RT staffer. I was in the Hilton for RTX 2012. I was attendee then, and after I'd seen both Barbara, Michael, I think it was in Lindsay in the Hilton lobby at the time, I'd walk into the elevator, and first person I met Ray walks into the elevator with me and goes up the elevator. So it was a very good first impression because Ray is probably like one of the nicest people I ever met. But I guess now Ray's not with the company anymore, so
He'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be there for sure.
Actually, I have another funny story if you guys will indulge for a second.
I will. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
No. One.
Oh. Alrighty.
Now is the time that we talk shit about David.
God, so what an asshole.
How he doesn't block the doors properly.
Also, he muted himself, I think. Or turn
Also,
on
he's
his
really
camera.
like sodomizing people.
So let's look at his room. So he's got the flag in the background, a couple of books on his bookshelf. Awesome.
People, we are telling you what is inside his apartment.
That can't be worse than me. I have a Kingdom Hearts 2 poster.
His bed is made. If it's anything like mine, it's hiding a bunch of shit and dirty clothes. Yep, that's probably what I'm doing. Nothing.
I actually put away clothes. I was like, I might as well put them away.
And apparently, according to his lower third, he is peeing. So
He's peeing. Well, at least we know what he's doing. He's gone for a minute. Didn't tell us what he was doing. He left us a message.
Proving once again, we don't need Periscope, okay? People thought, okay, I'm going to rant. Sorry. Twitter. Everyone was saying at first, we don't need to know every important moment or every moment of your life. You're not that important. We promise you. Twitter is now one of the most popular things on the internet. Now comes along Periscope. It's almost like the evolution of Twitter, where now you tell us shit we don't really care about. Some people are awesome, and like your tweets, one tweet a day, yeah. Every 10 seconds, we don't care about you. But now you get to show you their point of view. Once again, in certain instances, cool. In other words, in some others, egotistical.
So
which
as
brings me to my next point. Those selfie sticks. Sorry, I'm going to rant one more time. Those goddamn selfie sticks. As I think it's either Bonnaroo or the California Music Festival, the Narcissticks. If you have a selfie stick, you're a narcissist. You narcissistic. There are certain points where those are useful. But if you just walk around and go click, 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 unless you're a vlogger, no. Personal opinion does not represent the opinions of Rooster Teeth or the Guardians or the RT Guardian podcast.
Yeah. But, I actually have a interesting thing about that. I didn't know that this was a thing recently, but I found out like at 3 different weddings I went to, they stopped hiring professional photographers, and now they have people with selfie sticks taking video.
What? Oh my God!
It happened.
Hire Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, put in the time.
Yeah, I know. It was at the time I was like, "Is that a selfie stick?" And they're like, "Yeah." We didn't want to pay the money to hire actual videographer or have someone deal with or buy an actual video camera, so we did it on our iPhone. I'm like, oh no, why? Speaking of which, now you mentioned Periscope. How many people are going to be with selfie sticks and doing Periscope at RTX this year?
Oh, I'm gonna smash some stuff. No, I won't. I promise I'm not going to.
Who makes selfie sticks?
You're gonna make me rant. Because I shot a wedding last week. I'm shooting a wedding this weekend. And, you know what? If you want to shoot your wedding with your phone, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yes, wedding photography is incredibly expensive. It's a very hard thing to do. I won't do it by myself. I'm always an assistant. I'm not... People may think I'm a good photographer. I'm not good enough to do weddings.
Look over his shoulder. He shoots raw, people. He shoots raw.
Yeah, by the way, isn't this an awesome shirt? Like, seriously, this is an awesome shirt.
Yeah.
Here it is again.
That's a great shirt.
That is
my shirt. It's geeky.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it and instantly knew I had to buy it. Thank you, Jared Pullen of FronosPhoto.com. Even though you're a Nikon shooter. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny story number 2.
Yep, go ahead.
Go do it.
After the rant.
So, everyone knows Ashley and Meg Turn, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And some people know how they did their Lady Vav and Lady X-Ray costumes this past year.
Yep.
Yes.
The part that you may or may not have seen, because I did some photos for them, and all of a sudden they were trying to get into costume, and they did not have their cosplayer kits, and they only had about 10 minutes to get down to the signing. So all of a sudden now, I'm in the upper room. Ashley hands me the car keys and said, "Connor, go run out to the truck, please, and find me the crazy glue kit." So I go from the fourth floor or the second floor of the convention center down up the block into the parking deck, grab it, and sprint back all in about 5 minutes. Which, those of you who don't know, the second floor is hard to get to in the convention center intentionally.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to get up, down, and move around through a Friday of RTX. I'm sorry, no, it was Saturday morning. That was what it was.
Yeah.
That's just as bad, though.
Yeah. And all of a sudden having to be like, how the hell am I going to find Bernie's truck? Because the truck that you think it would be is the immersion truck, and that's sitting there. I'm like, just keep hitting the alarm. It's somewhere on the third floor. I don't even know where he parked it. Like, great, thanks. So, yeah.
You were armed and dangerous. You had it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone else has some amazing stories?
I have one then for running around looking for certain things.
Here, one thing while we're still
Okay.
On the picture subject. Lori says, when my mail order groom arrives, I'm going to ask Connor to take photos for the wedding. Winky face.
See, you've got a sale right there.
Lori, I'll be
Your breakout
glad.
job.
I'll be glad to do your wedding. I really will. Or at
That'd be-
least your engagement shoot.
No, I don't know how many have y'all have met Yvonne, who is Chelsea's mom.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
The amazing Yvonne.
yes, she's amazing. She is hysterical at just about any moment in time. She keeps the store going like late Saturday evening when everyone's kind of like getting slow. Well, the one thing she does not like is sweet and low. She wants sugar. She doesn't want anything like any substitute. She wants sugar. And I've had to run through like various just various restaurants going, do y'all have sugar? Like, no, we have sweet and low and other things to substitute it. I'm like, oh. I think I had to run 2 extra blocks to find sugar. So this last year I made sure I went to Walmart and I purposely brought her sugar. And she was like the happiest person I've ever seen. I think she took it to the office.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you, at the very first RTX, for me, I was in attendee back then. I did not live in Austin, so I was not extended the special honor of being Guardian. However, on the day of shooting for the immersion shoot, everyone went down to the lobby with their. You are enjoying that microphone.
Yes.
Went down to the lobby. I had my stuff, had my boombox ready. I went out. We're standing all in a circle. Gus runs out to me. He walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, out of curiosity, what do you have on that boombox?" I'm like, "Oh, just some dance mixes, stuff like that." He's like, "You wait right here." He runs away. I'm like, where'd he go? He comes back with a laptop and a blank disc, and he burns a disc on the spot. He gives it to me, "Here, you'll be needing this today. It's Thriller." Turned me a Thriller out of this box. I'm like, yes.
So Gus gave you a Thriller, burned a disc of Thriller for you for your boombox.
He burned a disc of Thriller for my boombox, and that's why that boombox played only Thriller the entire day.
That's funny.
That was obnoxious. I
was
hated you for that. I
Oh.
remembered you from that convention just because you had Thriller the entire time. It was funny, but I was like, I would hear you coming from the distance, and I'd be like, no, not again.
Soon.
Do you think Gus purposely gave you that disc just to make everybody hate you?
Yes.
That and the fact that we're dressed up like zombies, yes.
The only time it was ever effectively used was when we're all waiting for the filming to begin, and we're all waiting for them to reset. So we're just standing all in the field, like all the zombies waiting for the thing to reset. I was just like, reached up, pressed play, and then like everyone started the boom doom da doom doom clap, boom doom da doom doom clap. Every one of the zombies, and they ran over with the cameras.
It's almost like a wave because you were like, I don't remember if you were like in the front, but wherever you were, they'd hear it first, and then people would see it going on, and then all of a sudden it would just they would just break out as like a flash dance.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
So we're definitely gonna have to do that for like the closing lines of the days now, right? Like every day when we clear the hall, we're gonna have to do like cha-cha slide everyone out, or Thriller, or something along those lines.
Or the snaps that we did that one time.
Or the snaps that
Oh,
we did,
God.
or the no way in, that way out.
The problem with that is
That way-
it gets some people to leave, but then suddenly it's a thing and people want to take photos. And so we had to literally stop doing it and tell people you need to leave. It's time to go.
Like seriously, get out.
Yeah, get the fuck out. We're not kidding. While we're snapping our fingers.
Don't make us pull the fire alarm again.
No.
That's a story too. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a story none of us want to remember. Well, actually, okay, that's a story about how so the Guardians, for those of you who may not be Guardians or those of you new Guardians, we receive a safety briefing by this very, very nice man whose name I now forget. He does it every single year. And it's very
Patrick.
informative. Patrick, yes. Master Patrick. And
Yes.
he is one of the nicest guys like I've ever had a chance to like work with and talk to as far as like doing conventions.
He works in the
And
convention hall.
Yeah, he works in the convention hall. He's always walking around. He's asking how we're doing. He gives a very nice safety brief, and he doesn't do it just once, but he'll update us on how things are going. So he gave us all this fire escape plan, thinking that there's no. I'm sure the story's been told too. We'd never think we need to know the evacuation plan of the building. Why would you ever need to know the evacuation plan of the building? Well, hey, guess what? He told us really well, and guess what? It worked.
It worked
Yep.
well.
It worked really well.
Go us.
It worked about as well as it possibly could have, and I think that the entire convention center was evacuated in under like 8-9 minutes. I think is what they said.
Mm-hmm.
Did
And the
anyone
block
see
even
the-
shocking.
Did anyone
Yep.
see the news report about it?
No, I did not see the news report, but
There was a news report that came out of a local newspaper, and I guess they were not informed well, and everyone, like the newspaper described it as a massive bomb threat, and it thanked the fire department so much for helping out. I'm like, it should be thanking us. We did that. That was our thing.
Yeah, the police department really liked us. We got a lot of props for that. The
Yeah.
convention hall loves the Guardian community whenever we come into a convention, but then it extended to the police because they wanted to evacuate one block further, and the Guardians were just on it, and they pushed everyone a block further.
My
Yeah.
lasting memory of that is seeing Baghdad Bean walking down the street, shouting at the top of her. Well, I don't know if it was the top of her lungs, but the area's being evacuated, and just like being afraid of her walking down. Like I'm sitting next to the 4 cops. I'm like, shit, we're afraid. We're gonna keep walking this way.
yeah,
Like they're listening
Baghdad
to her
being
more than
badass.
us.
Yeah, she's such a badass. She's also kind of intimidating too.
Oh my
So-
god.
But she's
One of the nicest women I've ever met, but holy god. You meet her in a dark alley, even with her cane and a knee brace, I'd be sprinting for my life in the opposite direction. And I would still probably lose.
I was like, I had no idea who you were talking about, and then you said knee brace and cane. I was like, I know that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. For people who don't know, Baghdad Bean is the head was the head of registration. I don't think she's coming this year, so which is sad.
Unfortunately, I don't think she's not.
Yeah,
We love you, Bean. We love you.
we're gonna miss her. So
And we fear you. We will have our sacrifice ready next week. Don't worry, it'll be there.
It's going to be the fish hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
we're
It'll
gonna
be
burn,
noosed up.
we're gonna burn it at the stake. So but yeah, that stupid fish.
And that's how we roll it all back to the beginning.
Yep.
Oh,
But
about you playing with your camera and getting boners over it?
yeah, actually, that was the beginning. So
That was the beginning.
What do you
wow.
Oh, here we go.
Recognition
Connor's
here.
getting his cameras ready. Oh, he's gonna be double fisting.
I don't, dude. I know what this is called. This is called indecent exposure.
Oh my god!
that was so bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Guardian Podcast.
Ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen,
all for
bye.
thank you all for tuning in. On that note, I think we need to call it.
I'm gonna stab David.
I refuse. Can't
I also-
stop. Won't stop.
Yeah, I think we should call it though. It's,
Oh my
it's
god.
But yes, I think that's good enough for tonight. So thank you everybody for coming out.
Wait. Finishing
What?
thoughts.
Enjoyed it.
Final thoughts.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
thoughts.
Chris, go.
That was it. That was my final thought. That's all I could think of. No, I look forward to this year. It was a blast last year, and it's very fun each year. And I just tell people it's worth the wait whenever they're in the lines, and don't overblow it trying to go to every panel. Enjoy the convention. It's a lot what they say. RTX isn't so much about Rooster Teeth anymore. It's about just the combination of internet, video game media all coming into one place and being able to access it so freely.
Yep, and I'd have to definitely agree with that. Connor, last thoughts?
Last thoughts are pretty much exactly what you said. Even for us Guardians, this is more about, yes, helping out the convention, but then we all communally love doing this because you don't know what it's like until you're on this side of the fence, and we love it. It's awesome. And thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Guardian Podcast, for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
We are a family, ladies and gentlemen. We are together as one. You will get to this convention, and you'll know almost no one, unless you know everyone, in which case that last phrase made no sense. But you will get there, and you will all become one person, and friendships abide everywhere you go, and it's amazing.
It's always been Wankership.
It's always.
Yes, it's great.
But yeah, I have to agree with everybody. It's not about just meeting the RT people. For me, it's about the community. I've met so many people through the RT community, and they have been my really close friends to me, like Jen, Elon, Jack, Chazzy, Jackie. They've been all really good friends, and I wouldn't trade my experiences for anything. So when you're there, try to talk to some people. Try to meet new people if you already have friends there. You might find out that you have some really good friends in waiting. So you never know until you reach out.
I want to cry.
And if you see us there, remember, give
God.
us money. Give us
No.
lots of money, and we will love you forever.
We will blow you several times.
We will blow you with dragons too, inflatable dragons, yeah.
No, but
And Connor will photograph it
Connor will photograph it.
and videotape it, and you'll get a time lapse if you pay the right price.
All those photos are over at ConnorMacromedia.com.
okay, that's it.
But
All right.
anyway,
All right.
But thank you, everyone. It's been awesome. Jordan, taking us on out.
All right.
Love you all.
All right, guys.
Bye.